Hello friends, I have received some requests to give you a real-time update on what's going on with Try now that I'm off the trail. I'm in New York City. I'm sitting in Central Park right now. I'm doing okay. I do miss the trail, definitely. I'm spending some of my time catching up on some of the videos from friends that are still out on the trail who are finishing up. The Wander Women summited yesterday, so congratulations to you, Wander Women. You rock, you're my heroes. And Amy and John are closing in. Lolly and Pup are having their adventures, but and they're taking a little bit of time off to mend some aches and pains and injuries, but you can follow them on Fun with the Facklers. And so I'm watching them and cheering them on and living vicariously through them, and yeah, wishing that I was out there. When I think about the trail, when somebody brings up the trail or asks my favorite parts, or even if I'm just in my own quiet space and thinking about my time out there, the first thing that comes to mind is not the hard stuff. I don't think about the rain and the snow and the ice and the climbs and all that. The first thing that comes to mind is unzipping my tent in the morning and having my coffee and listening to the birds and little else. And that brought me so much peace and comfort all year that that's where my mind goes to, and I think those are some of the moments I'll savor the most. Certainly the people, but the negative thing, the bad days, are the last thing that comes to mind. So yeah, that pleases me that I'm looking back with fond memories, and already my mind is going to maybe another attempt one day. But I'm not planning or setting a date for that. There's a lot that needs to be done in the life of Try before I try again. And that leads me to continuing to vlog. I think that the next few videos you'll see from standing where I am right now, I think they're going to be highlighting a list of things that I have discovered that I need in order to succeed a full through hike on the Appalachian Trail. Is it possible that I would simply return and pick up where I left off, to start in New York in a year or two and head to Maine? I suppose so, but that's not how I roll. And my mind, I just want to go back to Springer and do it again. And many people have communicated to me or asked me, like, why do you want to do that again? That would be your third time walking the same parts of the trail. You've already seen that part. And I guess the only way that I can explain it, or maybe help you to understand, if you're one of the people who are questioning my sanity, how many of you go to the same lake every summer? You have a cabin in the woods or whatever, and you go to the same place for a family vacation every year. Or maybe you run. Do you run or jog around the same park every day because it's so beautiful, that's where you like to go? And that's kind of what it's like, and it's not really like repeating it. I mean, it's 1,400 miles that I would be repeating, and there's so much to see in that time. And one year I saw it in the winter, and the other year it was more spring. So who knows what's in front of me, but it's my happy place. And if I walk through the same towns and stay at the same hostel and camp at the same spots 3 times in my life, so what? I can think of more disastrous vacations or things to do. However, I won't be setting any dates or declaring, there's not going to be an announcement anytime soon of when I'll be hiking. I am going to spend this time, whether it's a year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever amount of time it takes, to get myself right. I learned so much about myself out there, so much, and that's what I want to share with you. And most of the lessons that I learned that I will draw from to give myself the best chance of succeeding and completing the whole trail in the future, most of those lessons can apply to just real life, just where I'm sitting right now. Where I'm sitting right now, without giving you a whole story, because it's not just my story to tell, I will only talk about me. Most of the focus when I'm thinking about the changes and the growth and all that's happening, the evolution of Try, most for this channel, for the purpose of talking to you, will relate to the huge, overwhelming endeavor of hiking the Appalachian Trail. So I don't know that I'll have an actual list. I think I will though, but like the 7 things or the 10 things or the bazillion things that Try needs to improve on or to change or to whatever in order to succeed or have a better chance at succeeding in completing all 2,200 miles. And I think that's the route I'm going to take. What I learned, the changes I'm making, whether it's healthy eating, getting and staying fit between now and then, mental attitude, negative thoughts, anxiety, family things need to be resolved so I can have mental clarity. The food I eat out on the trail, tending to injuries and aches and pains immediately. I could go on, but I'm not going to do that right now. But I think you get the picture. I need to be in a better place physically and mentally before I try again. And I could change my mind, but sitting here right now on a beautiful end of summer day in Central Park in New York City, I think I'm going to invite you along for the ride. Since getting off the trail and being in civilization, if you want to call New York City civilization, my word, having Wi-Fi and having my laptop and not just my phone has allowed me to dig a little bit into YouTube and the analytics. And I want to learn more about editing and videos. Right now I'm still on my phone, and that's all I'm going to use to upload this, but when I find myself with time and the mental energy or the bandwidth to learn more about iMovie or Power Director or whatever else is out there, it will be fun for me to learn more about editing and special effects and all that. But for now, you just get my ugly mug and some cell phone editing. What was I gonna say? The analytics. I've learned how to look to see who you are, not so much your names. I think I can go in and look at an actual list of subscribers, but that's not what I meant. I can see that of the people who subscribe and hit the bell, by the way, so you'll get notifications, because I'm not sure that I'll be on a routine to post, so I want you to know when I'm here. So what I see is that you're all old. You're all middle-aged people like me. And that's not a shocker, because the title of my page is Act Old Later. So I don't think a lot of 20-year-olds are tuning in, to that. And so it's kind of cool. I think you're all just like me. I think between ages 35 and 65, I think is what I saw. And if you're in that range, like me, even though we're vastly different, you might be a spouse, you might be a husband or a wife, you might have children, you might have responsibilities, you might be caring for aging parents, but you're not a young person with all the freedom and flexibility in front of you. You have responsibilities and you have life. Maybe you're an empty nester, and that's a bittersweet time of your life. And I just think there's a lot of things that perhaps I'm going through that you're also going through, and we can relate and walk each other through this period of time. It's not easy. If you're in that age group and you're finding it easy, bless you. Come hold my hand. So try is having a tough time right now. There's a lot of changes in my life, and I have hope and optimism and strength and courage and all of those things, but mostly it's a hope and a faith that things will turn out really well in the future, and that's what I'm holding on to, because I need something to hold on to. So I'll just kind of leave it there, that I'm working some things out, and life is really, really different for me from before I stepped on the trail last year. So I mentioned I'm in Central Park in New York City. I'll make a video on that if I choose to stay here or not, and what the thought process is of where I'm living. That's something else that's changing with me. But I'm walking around today, and it's bittersweet. It's really bittersweet. I'm by the conservatory, I think that's what it's called, the little lake. Maybe I'll show a video, I'll film it as I walk by. The Alice in Wonderland statue and the Hans Christian Andersen statue, and I just left the Bethesda fountain, and this is where I used to live, and I used to just take walks and enjoy my time here. But I was young, I was single and childless, and I had my whole life ahead of me, and it was a different person, a different mindset when I was here. And yeah, now I'm all grown up, and I'm walking around on the same streets, on the same paths along this lake and feeling so differently. And I'll share that with you because it's going to be part of my journey back to the Appalachian Trail. So I wanted to check in, and I wanted to again thank all of you for holding my hand through my hike. You're amazing. And I don't know, I keep saying just as a filler because I'm not sure what to say except thank you. Thanks for watching and listening all of this time, and let's just see how I get back to the trail, because I want to bring you with me. I want you to come hiking with me, and maybe you have your own battles, your own demons that you're fighting that you have to conquer, maybe out there on the trail, but certainly there's a lot of things you need to have in place, or I need to have in place before I get back out there. So I'll be back. Just wanted to say hello, good afternoon. I hope you're all doing well, and tune in to Fun with the Facklers and watch where Pop and Lolly are and Amy and John's adventures. Please let them know that Try says hi and give them a high five. And if you're already connected with the Wander Women, you know, pop onto their page and congratulate them because they just summited. All right, take care everybody. I'll be back eventually, but pretty soon.